and your boundaries were shattered by people who should have protected you, who should have loved you, who should have taken care of you. I know that firsthand. On the twin flame journey, love can feel very limitless, but without boundaries, it can feel very overwhelming. And if you have ever felt like setting boundaries with your twin flame is going to push them away and that you're somehow giving everything but not receiving the love that you deserve, then know that this video is for you. And I'm going to help you really shift in how to have healthy boundaries without fear or guilt, and know that healthy boundaries is actually here to not block your twin flame union, but to help blossom your twin flame union. So definitely sit back, enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into this. Hi, welcome back to Twin Flames Universe, where you will experience and explore eternal love, twin flames, and spirituality. I am Ascension Coach Kanisha, and today's video is going to be on why having healthy boundaries in the twin flame journey is so important. This is something that I had to experience quite a bit on my journey because growing up due to childhood trauma and experiences that I had, my boundaries were completely shattered. And so I was always finding myself in situations or relationships where I seemed to be more like a doormat than an actual partner in the relationship. And I do not wish that for any of you. So I really wanted to share with you why healthy boundaries are so important, how to really implement them into your relationship, and why, if you truly put a boundary within your twin flame union, why your twin flame union is the safest place to have boundaries. And that's ultimately because they are your perfect mirror. When you honor a boundary within yourself, your true twin flame is going to honor that boundary too. It's not going to push them away. And so I find that boundaries can be really hard on the twin flame journey because so many of us struggle with boundaries and a confusion of thinking that if we have a boundary that we're going to make them feel like we're rejecting them. But instead, we're actually teaching them how to truly love us in the way that we desire to be loved, and how we should be respected and be seen and be received. And so on the twin flame journey, you're going to find that your connection with your twin flame runs very deep. To you, it might feel like setting a boundary with them might make them feel betrayed or abandoned, and you're giving energy and power to ego. But in truth, you're not actually going to do any of those things. Instead of like losing yourself to your twin flame relationship, you're going to find yourself in your twin flame connection and relationship, because when you set boundaries, you're going to really see how truly powerful you are in the space of truly honoring and respecting yourself. Without boundaries, you overextend yourself, you will suppress how you truly feel, and you'll start to resent your twin flame because you feel like they're not loving you in the way that you desire to be loved. But they're ultimately mirroring back to you that you're not loving yourself the way you desire to love yourself. And that's all going to just create more separation. So let's get very clear on what boundaries actually are. Your boundaries are not going to be walls, they are ultimately a bridge, or I would even say like a fence. This is the way that it was explained to me. Fences keep things out or keep things in a sense of like, if you think of like a horse can still jump the fence, but like you put the fence there for a boundary. Like they'll know like I'm not technically supposed to go outside of this, or I'm not supposed to come inside here, but it's not impossible. Now, with walls, walls are meant to keep people out. If you think about your bedroom room and you have all of these walls in the bedroom door, like they keep things and people out. And so there's just a little bit of a difference between a boundary and a wall. I find that if you can put a boundary from a place of peace, then you're really moving from a place of honoring and loving yourself. But when you do it from a place of anger, a lot of the times it's just the wall that's coming up out of protecting yourself. So I really hope that that makes a lot of sense, and that helps you get very clear on the difference between a boundary is being able to help people like respect you and honor you. And you're like, hey, this is my space. I don't want you in this space. Or if you're going to be in this space, you need to be able to respect this space. If not, then here's the bridge of clarity. Here's like the fence that you can't technically cross because this is my space. And then there's a wall, which is meant to just keep people out and shut people out and shut you in. And I do not recommend that because that can feel very, very lonely. So boundaries teaches you and teaches your twin flame and other people too on how to truly honor you and the relationship. You can really find that this will allow you to get very clear on those who genuinely unconditionally love you. And so there have been people in my life where I've had to put boundaries and I love them from afar. But with my twin flame, when I would put a boundary, he would honor it. And a lot of the times he would remind me of like, "Hey, this is your boundary. Like, don't cross it just because I'm here, or don't put it down just because of this. Like, honor yourself here, Kanisha." And I found that that was really a way of him telling me like, "I really do love you and I want you to really feel safe and confident and comfortable. And so I'm going to also help you honor your boundary." And this is a very important green flag for me in a twin flame union is that they're going to respect and honor your boundary because you're respecting and honoring your boundary. So when you find that a real boundary is going to sound more like, I need space to process this upset and I'll come back when I'm grounded, or I love you, but it's not okay that you speak to me that way. Or I respect your journey and I respect your experience, but I'm going to focus on mine and me today. And that is not separation, that's spiritual maturity. That's really you being able to express your needs and express what you truly desire in that space in order to truly love yourself as well. And when you do that, you're also loving your union. You're taking care of your union when you're taking care of you because you and your union aren't separate. So I find that when I truly honor myself in these ways, makes my union feel so much better. It also allows my twin flame to get very clear on how to love me. And then it also requires him to reflect a lot on himself too. Of like, wow, she's doing this and putting a boundary here. It actually requires him to go within and look at maybe there are places where I need to have boundaries too. And that's exactly what I've experienced is me taking care of myself and holding boundaries has required my twin flame to look within and look at, I need to actually have a boundary here with this person as well, or I need to have a boundary here with family, or I need to like shift some things here because I have a lack of boundaries and it's actually really taking from me. So that's been a really cool thing to experience is that when I truly honor boundaries within myself, within my union, within family, within work, my twin flame has absolutely reflected that back. Now, the next thing I want to speak on is how boundaries are a mirror to a deeper healing within your union. And so when you set a boundary and you feel guilt or shame, that is not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that the inside, like this part of you inside, is ready to be loved. And on your twin flame journey, it's all about mirroring. Like your twin flame is your perfect mirror. Now, everyone in your life is going to mirror an aspect of you, an aspect of what you're moving through, but your twin flame is going to mirror you at all times. Like it never turns off. It never turns off. So they're going to mirror you at every given moment. When your twin flame pushes against you and your boundaries, they're revealing to you where you still feel unsafe or unworthy of honoring yourself. And this is something that I have found that my twin flame will like push in this space. Like, are you really going to hold this boundary? Not because he's trying to be disrespectful or because he's trying to hurt me. It's because he's trying to love me by showing me, like, hey, you have a weak spot in this boundary. This is what needs healing. And when I truly heal that, he reflects it back to me. So, this is where you'll want to do the mirror exercise. This is where you want to reclaim your power back, where you really want to get very clear. Am I honoring and respecting this boundary that I put up, this new choice that I've created? Am I truly committed to this space of healing here? And every time you uphold a boundary and you're rooted in love and saying, like, I choose This for me, I choose to be in union. I choose to be in union with God. I choose the truth. I choose myself. I choose unconditional love. Like, you will see your reality shift in these places, and you will feel this deepening of unconditional love and trust with yourself. You will find that you're trusting yourself even more, and it will be reflected in your union of not only your twin flame feeling like they can trust you because you trust yourself, but you're also finding that you can trust your twin flame because you trust yourself, because there's no separation there. You're one with your twin flame, and you'll feel more trust in your union altogether. So when you start honoring divine boundaries, you set the standard of how to be loved and taken care of, not only by your twin flame, but by the divine. Like, the universe, God is going to really reflect these things back to you in your reality. And you're going to start honoring yourself. Your whole energy is going to change. You're going to stop chasing. You're going to stop people pleasing. You're going to start becoming a true magnet and really magnetizing things to you. You're going to start magnetizing experiences and opportunities and people who genuinely love you and want to see you thriving and living your best life, and who are going to cheer you on, and who are going to really want to see life just unfolding beautifully for you. So your twin flame will feel the shift right away. I don't I don't encourage looking to your twin flame to be like, did my boundary change? Are they honoring it? Did I heal enough here? Like, yes, your twin flame is your perfect mirror, but you don't look to them to validate your healing. You don't look to them to show you that you're changing. You should feel the change within. You should be able to acknowledge that change within. You should know within that, yeah, I am changing. Yeah, I am making a different choice here. Yeah, I don't need that validation or that reassurance or that approval outside of myself, because I'm giving it to myself. I'm getting that from God. I'm really choosing to give to myself and love and honor myself. And I don't need to look to someone else, especially my twin flame, to tell me that I'm doing that. And that really creates trust and security within yourself. So you might have some resistance at first. It might feel kind of uncomfortable at first, but ultimately, this is going to call you to really rise into your best divine self. Boundaries are just this divine container where your harmonious union can grow. It is really this foundation for true unconditional love, not only for you and your twin flame, but for the life that you're going to create. And true love needs a solid, strong foundation that is going to allow you to build on. Because if you try building on sand, it's going to fall apart. If you try to build on being this person who just is free flowing all the time and has no boundaries and just lets people walk all over you, that is a fast breeding ground for resentment and to not actually receive the love that you truly deserve. So I hope that this really calls to you and really allows you to start reflecting where you might need to start putting healthy boundaries with your twin flame, with family, even with yourself. Like, I've had to put boundaries with myself where I'm like, we do not listen to ego, Kanisha. Ego does not exist. Even allow ourselves to entertain separation in any type of way. Like, I had to put boundaries with that. I had to put boundaries with the negative voice in my head where I was like, no, you get no space here. Like, I have a boundary with you. You don't get to be in this space with me. And so you'll find that you'll start to really look at places in your life where you're like, wow, I've had a lack of boundaries. And if that's you, like, I have so much compassion and so much love. Really be patient with yourself in this space. Really have a lot of compassion for yourself in this space, because this is not something we're really taught, is how to have healthy boundaries with those around us and with ourselves. And for some of you, you might have had a really hard childhood and your boundaries were shattered by people who should have protected you, who should have loved you, who should have taken care of you. I know that firsthand. And so be that person that you needed. Be the person who shows you how to have those healthy boundaries. And if you need support, definitely feel free to reach out. Definitely feel free to find an ascension coach who's going to help support you in that space. Definitely check out twinflamesuniverse.com, and you will find many, many resources there to help support you in this space. And know that you have the absolute support in changing your life and really having healthy relationships in your life. So I really hope this helped answer some questions for you. I want you to comment down below. I choose to have healthy boundaries and really allow yourself to start moving in a space of loving yourself unconditionally and honoring and respecting yourself. I will see you guys again soon. Take care.